Like I'm sure most of you are, Star Wars has been a huge part of my life for the majority of my life. Like, huge part. Before we continue, here is a quick tier list on pretty much everything created by Star Wars. There are some just like straight to DVD movies of theirs that I have not seen, don't plan to see, but this is their mainstream projects. A quick tier list. Pause the video, check that out. Let's continue the video. You saw the top of the list, you'd see that my favorite show is Andor. My favorite Star Wars piece of media ever is Andor. This show is the most amazing thing I have seen from Disney, potentially ever. Okay? And that may seem like an exaggeration, but no. Do I have recency bias? Maybe. Time of recording, the show only finished today. But God, was every second of it so good. Something that makes me think it's not recency bias is every time I click on to watch Kenobi, is I'd be like, why am I watching this? Do I have to watch this show? And then sure enough, once the show was over, I checked the reviews. Most people seemed to agree with me. It wasn't a fantastic show. Quick props to my main man Diego Luna for acting the hell out of Andor. I saw him in Andor this year, but this year I also saw him in DC League of Super Pets as Chip, the Green Lantern squirrel. And the performances were so vastly different. So, just want to put credit where credit is due to the main character of this film project thing. Something I think the show does really well is in this first season, we can see Andor grow to hate the Empire. As the show begins, he's someone who doesn't really care about the Empire. So, against his will, he's sort of sent off to this grassy little planet where he has to, go invade an Empire base. He goes, raids the Empire base, steals money from them. After that, he goes back home and he has to say, yo, I scored big, Mom, my mother, my beloved mother, who's going to totally not come back into play later, and you should totally come with me. And then she says, no, I can't go with you. So he after scoring, getting some money, he leaves. He goes to a very tropical planet, but then he's accused of committing a crime. The crime he's accused of committing is not totally clear off the top of my head. But there's something about him running, okay? And clearly you can't be running. He's then sent to the Empire prison, where the floor is evil and might eat you. Please beware of the floor. But something bad happened on level 2. Something is seriously wrong on 2. You see, they killed everyone on 2. Andor hatches a brilliant escape plan with him and the rest of the escapees, where he's gonna break a water pipe, right? See, everything there is fueled by hydropower. So he breaks a water pipe, which is powering the whole building, scatters across the evil floors, so when they turn on the evil floors, everything short circuits. Everything goes wrong on their level, so they can all escape. They're all running through the halls, yelling one way out, and he makes it back home, and he finds out his grandma is dead. Not his grandma, his mother. I'm sorry, it's just she looks incredibly old in the show, and Andor is relatively young in the show. Keep getting mixed up. There's an extremely beautiful funeral sequence with some fantastic music playing. I don't know if the people in the show playing the instruments are the actual people who played the instruments for the score, but I actually really liked it. They do some really good job showing culture to this planet that we don't actually get to spend a whole lot of time on. Basically afterwards, after the funeral, the big hologram of the grandma says, fight the Empire, they're bitches. So they do. And you see, Andor, in this show alone, we get to see him grow a hatred of the Empire, which is something we see a lot in Rogue One, is his hatred for the Empire. However, at the end of the show, he's not an asshole. And if you've seen Rogue One, you'd know he's an asshole. So, luckily, there is going to be another season. Unfortunately, that season is said to be coming out at 2025, which sucks because I need Andor in my life. I love this show so damn much. However, I totally get it. The show needs time to be cooked. It can't be like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, games that are severely undercooked. So, take its time. I remember watching Rogue One when it came out in theaters, and I actually hated that movie. The reason is because I predicted they were all going to die together, but I didn't predict it like I thought it was actually going to happen. I jokingly said it to my brother. I then said to my brother, "How dumb would that be, though, if everyone died?" And guess what? They all died. Right? I thought it was going to be like a thing about like friendship and how, oh, we're going to die together because we're friends, and that's kind of how it was. But, also as a 5-year-old, these movies were also coming out, right? And 5, or I guess I was actually 7-year-old me, thought it was extremely ridiculous to be watching a movie like Rogue One while movies like these were coming out. However, I was a stupid 5-year-old. I rewatched Rogue One 1 month before the school year started, and I cried my ass off. That movie is extremely beautiful. Probably one of the best recent Star Wars things, aside from, of course, Mandalorian and Andor. But, it's still fantastic. Anyways, I'm freaking begging you, please go watch Andor. One of the best things I've seen in a long time. It is extremely fantastic. Please, please watch. You will not regret it. I promise you. Unless you just hate good things and you're just evil. But, yeah. That being said, you should also subscribe. I make, sporadic videos of varying content every now and then, so do subscribe. If you are only watching this video because it's Star Wars related, shit, that's my ringtone. I have to go make some muffins. Shit. Gotta go. Bye.